He parked his car at a remote intersection and took a pair of new sneakers out of the trunk. He stuffed the drugs inside the shoes, tied the laces together, and tossed them up onto the overhead power lines. Next, he set up his sniper rifle at a spot with a clear vantage point. Just as he expected, 30 minutes later, an ice cream truck slowly crawled toward the intersection. He picked up his binoculars and watched as two men parked the truck and walked toward the roadside. They didn't notice the shoes dangling above. He raised his scope to confirm their identities. The two men walked to the side of the road, pulled out their guns, and hid them in a secret compartment under a spare tire. He aimed the muzzle of his rifle at the sky. The two men immediately became alert. He swapped his bullet and continued to observe their reactions. Then, he aimed at the sky and fired again. After scanning their surroundings, the two men slowly stood back up, convinced the shots weren't meant for them. He kept firing warning shots into the air. They figured it was just some hunter out on a trip and went back to stashing their guns in the hidden compartment. Judging by their gait, he could tell they had completely lowered their guard. He kept firing into the sky. The two men walked back to the truck, started the engine, and continued toward the checkpoint. He shifted his aim and targeted the shoes on the power lines. As he fired, the drugs slowly spilled out, coating the roof of the ice cream truck. He packed up his gear and drove to the perimeter of the checkpoint. The two smugglers were waiting outside the warehouse for the staff to inspect the vehicle. As the drug-sniffing dogs confirmed the presence of the substances on the truck, the two men were arrested on the spot, completely clueless about what had just happened. After confirming the mission was a success, he rushed back to his post. A car pulled into the parking lot. The driver tossed out a package containing $50,000, his reward for taking down a rival's drug route. He remained expressionless and threw the money back. Then, the driver's boss arrived at the parking lot himself, urging him to take the money and inviting him to come work for his organization.
What I did, I didn't do for you.
Because he only lives for revenge, not for money.